Hello, hello. Let's wait a few minutes. No one's in here. I think you sent the wrong link, bro. Where's the link? Is this?
No.
No?
No. This should be the link.
I don't think that's
This is the link.
right there.
Right here.
Just right click it. Just right click it. I'll do it again. Hello, hello. How many people in here? All right, we got some people in here now. Sorry about that. We had the wrong link up for a second. Let's give like 30 seconds for everyone to get in. Start it up. Apparently Okta is going off right now. Might as well open that one too. I am good. How are you guys doing? Holy, Okta just had a huge gap up. Just went 246 to 257. $11 gap. Oh, there it goes. Oh wow, right back down. So much for your cybersecurity pump right there. Give it all back. Giving it all back. All right, so here we go. I'm doing good, boys. How you guys doing? You have a good day, bad day? Decent day? Nothing day? All right, so here we go. We got ES here. Like I told you guys, I like watch. Or this is SPX actually. Just watching SPY. This is another. This is the actual index. SPY is just an ETF that watches this index. Just see it going straight up. Obviously, it's a very bullish trend ever since last March. It's been straight up in a line, as you see. Nothing really to say about this one right here. It did kind of stall out here. But obviously back in September and October, you guys seen this was a way bigger correction than what we're having here. Nothing to worry about yet on the SPX. Attaboy. Happy for you, Tanuj. Good job, Jackie. Attaboy, Raji. I know you killed that AMC. So nothing really to worry about on SPX. Still a bullish trend. We had that little correction. No big deal. Look back in October, November, what happened for 2 straight months. It went straight down, V-shaped recovery, straight down, V-shaped recovery. Right now, it hasn't even been that long. It's been a couple of weeks for the SPX at least. Growth stocks, as you know, have been down for like 2 months, sorry. And we got SPY here. So if you look at today, I told everyone yesterday, I know there's a lot of different levels people watch, but the main level as a beginner, what you should be watching is, you should be watching the pre-market action. So what happened post-market yesterday and pre-market this morning. You literally just draw one line from the pre-market low and one line from the pre-market high and watch what happens. This morning we got a little scare, we dumped out, but we came right back in and we just been flat all day. So we opened here at 418.87 and we closed at 419.03. So all day we got a move of exactly 17 cents. So all of this from 9:30 to 4 p.m. SPY moved 17 cents. So that just kind of tells you what kind of day we had in the markets as SPY tracks the best 500 companies. XLF, another one, barely any movement today, but XLF did close higher than we opened today. So it was better than SPY. QQQ was the strongest one today. So QQQ we seen, it was the closest one to get its overnight highs. We got it up here. I warned you up here. I said if we don't get through 334.69, it's just going to be a sideways day. And what happened? We got up to 334.60, so 9 cents off the overnight highs, and we pulled back. And then right here again, we got 9 cents off the overnight highs, and we pulled back. And then just kind of sideways for the rest of the day. Tells you exactly, but tech has been holding up better than it has in the last few weeks, as you guys have seen. You got Tesla. We had some good trades on Tesla today. Those those vertical calls, we got a good fill on them. I think me and Ricky made a lot of money on them. And Tesla was just grinding higher all day, as was the whole electric vehicle sector. Ford announced some really good stuff at their conference about their electric vehicles, the prices, how they're going to work, everything. And all the electric vehicle company makers, they went up off that news. You see Ford today was up big. Ford from here all the way to here. You got NIO was up nice. Right here. You got LI was up nice. Up here. You see all of them were booming. And then CCIV was a laggard here today, as it's been for a while, just because it's a growth stock. It's not really in the production phase yet. That's why CCIV lagged a little bit. But the reason I took the CCIV trade, we've seen the big fly up into news, and as you guys know, it's usually buy the rumor, sell the news. So I waited. I didn't touch this thing before. I waited till the news dumped it. I waited till the bottom here. We got oversold. I jumped in $20 calls for next week, and I expect a bounce all the way back up to $20.50, but we'll see what happens here. There's a lot of short interest in this one, so once it gets going, it can really get going. So we should get paid on those. Let's see. Facebook, again, just sideways. These are the last 2 days on Facebook. This is literally 2 days on Facebook. If you looked at the chart, if you just looked at the price from yesterday open till today close, it's almost the exact same. No movement at all. So we'll see if Facebook gets some news or some pop or something. It just shows you big tech isn't really doing much right now. And yeah, you see, look at Facebook daily chart. It's not really doing anything either. We got that big daily breakout that we played. Got another breakout, and now it's just consolidating again, trying to get back up to all-time highs, which is 331.81. And today we closed at 327.86. So we'll see if Facebook can get through those highs. You got space here. I keep trying these puts. I keep getting, they're down right now. But if you see on the daily chart, why am I taking these puts? Space already came out with the news that they had a test flight. They already had a test flight. They were already successful. They're not making any money. Growth stocks are getting killed. 2750-ish level is a huge level, as you see here. Previous resistance from before. One time here, one time here, one time here, one time here. That's 4 times. 5th time it turned into support. 6th time it turned into support and then broke. And now is the 7th time in this little level here. So I'm waiting to see if we get through 2750 and close above it, I'll get out of the puts. But if we don't, I'll continue to hold these puts right now. ANAT, I told you guys, was a short, but it was too thin to take options. So if anyone took equity, as soon as this line broke, it's been down about 10 points since. Easy short, such an easy pattern. It's way overbought on the daily. Had a clear support line, broke through the support line, and now we're just, looks like we're heading even lower. We got Snow earnings tonight. Oh, they just reported. Snow is way down after earnings. I know a lot of people like to gamble on earnings. I hate playing earnings for this very reason. If you watched Flow for Snow for the last 2 weeks, it's been all bullish. All huge orders coming in. And now we have a gap down of almost, what did we close at? We closed at 235. We gapped down $10 on Snow, even though everyone was bullish on it. So that's just what I'm saying about earnings. It's a gamble either way, unless you know the CEO or you work there or something. No, that's Ricky in the back. Trishan sitting over there watching me. Snow's down $10 right now. So again, earnings are a complete gamble. Don't play earnings. Wait till after earnings to see what you can do. Tomorrow morning, what I will do tonight is I'm going to look over all these earnings for and if they have good earnings and they gap down, tomorrow morning could be a huge play. Like I'm talking another 1000% play. So make sure you guys look at these earnings. If they're gapping down or gapping up, look at the earnings, see how good they are, see what you think about them, and we can get a huge play on lottos tomorrow. If Snow had great earnings and they're gapping down like this, it should run tomorrow, but let's see. We got Shopify. We entered the butterflies today. just a bunch of chop. It's the exact same action as QQQ. A lot of these tech stocks will follow QQQ because it's an index. And if you look at SHOP right here, it's just a bunch of nothingness here. There's not really anything to tell you. It was just up, down, up, down, up, down, and it ended exactly where it opened. So nothing to say about SHOP right now. What's going on here? That's all right. SE, same thing. We got that huge runoff earnings, and now we're just consolidating a bit. I expect it to come down a little bit more, just to let the moving averages catch up before it skyrockets again. Favorite company in the market. It's gonna be much higher in a couple of years, in my opinion. Silver still within the channel. Nothing to talk about here. Holding all my metals. Faye, you got another inside day. You got an inside day here. Inside day just means yesterday's candle, the top was 22.49 and 21.70 was the bottom. And today 22.20 was the top, 21.84 was the bottom. So it's just an inside day. It's having a hard time picking which direction it goes. Once it breaks this level, either 22.50 to the upside or 21.70 to the downside, that's when it'll start accelerating and start making a bigger move. But for right now, buyers and sellers are having some problems deciding which way it goes. You got GME here. I call this one at 169. I said a possible squeeze to 200 was possible. I've showed you guys the chart ever since I called it out. Beautiful daily breakout. And why did I call it out? The options were just completely wrong priced. Completely wrong priced. The theta on the options did not match, which means, so basically what that means is, in layman's terms, say I have GME and I own an option, and I have a $200 option, but the market maker didn't even make a $250 option, for example. So if there's no $250 option, there's no option higher than 200, and the stock price goes above 200, that causes something called a gamma squeeze. A gamma squeeze happens because market makers have to write more options, and when they write more options, they have to buy more shares to hedge that option. So basically that's what I 69. And exactly that happened. We got the breakout, clean retest, held all my shares here, started peeling yesterday, and today we got an even bigger move than I thought we would. And we got to $248 at the high. So if you look at GME today as well, there's nothing wrong with this chart still. After that huge a move, you need a sideways day or a slightly down day. And as you see in here, it's just completely sideways. So GME can continue still. I'm only holding a small, tiny portion of my equity still, just because I don't trust the company. I wanted to peel out. But everything that I had, the reason I took the trade, everything came true. And it was all in front of you guys, called live. XRP, I kind of ditched the stocks for a bit today. I'll show you why. It's the exact same thing. If you guys don't trade crypto yet, crypto is the same thing as stocks. It's just way easier than options. There's no premium kill. So basically what I seen on XRP today, it looked like a little bear flag, but it just kept bouncing within this range. So I said, let me trade this range real quick. Went to the 5 minute, I zoomed in. Such a clean range. The top was 1.0038. The bottom was 0.9744. So I went, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, it's 4 times it's rejected the bottom, 4 times it's rejected the top. I think I grabbed it right here at 0.9744. One thing about crypto, there's a lot of decimals. That's what sucks about it. It's hard to remember prices. But I think I grabbed it right here, 0.97. And then I put my take profit, all called live in crypto chat. I put my take profit at 1.00 instead of 1.0038, just in case it didn't get through. And I got my trade in 20 minutes. I had a huge trade on. I made a lot of money, and I had another stop buy in case it breaks this 1.0038. Instead of buying before the break, what I would rather do is I would set a stop buy above the resistance. So if it breaks resistance, I get filled and I can catch that move. But if it doesn't break resistance, I don't get filled. No buy, no pain, no nothing. So that's just a one way to play crypto, and I had a really good trade on XRP today and a really good trade on Band last night, just playing through that. You got SQ just continuing to go higher. That banking news was pretty big news in my opinion. I liked the news. And again, like I said, there's a clear resistance at 278, clear support at 197. Everyone buy at 197, sell at 278, rinse, repeat. That's all you do. So every time it gets to 197, buy it. Every time it goes to 278, sell it. We bought it down here again, and we're continuing to. I think I sold some of my vertical calls today for a good profit, and we'll see what happens. I might even jump in. We got Airbnb. This thing was a mess. So I told you guys right from the beginning, this is a bottoming pattern. This is a very hard pattern to play. It can take much longer. It can have another leg down. But just in my eyes right here, what I see on this chart, I see a huge dump off. And I seen this big oversold here. I expected a much bigger bounce than this. If you look at 100 charts, you won't see much that are daily oversold like this. Sure, you'll see hourly oversold or 4-hour oversold or whatever, but daily oversold is pretty rare in stocks. So right now, if it does get a bounce, I expect it to rip. Right now, it's just kind of all over the place. As usual, when a stock is bottoming, it kind of goes all over the place. I really wanted it to close within this wedge. We did close underneath. Let's see if we open higher tomorrow. You see I have this alert set here. When it crossed that 135, I wanted to peel some off. And look where it stopped. It stopped right at that 135.69-ish level. So I didn't get to sell half because I didn't hear my alert, I guess. And right now I'm just looking for it to get back in the wedge. If it closes tomorrow outside of the wedge, I will cut these calls. Got gold, another day. Gold is a longer term play, as I told you guys. Metals, if you guys ask me about metals every day, I probably won't even reply to you. It's a long term play. As you see here, the monthly chart is breaking out. When a monthly chart breaks out, you have to give it a few months to play out. And we took 23 calls, so you have a lot of time on these. And gold isn't going to go nowhere. It's not Bitcoin. It's not going to crash 50% in a day. So don't worry about gold. Leave it in your portfolio and see what happens. If inflation fears hit, gold is going to skyrocket. Then we got this CWH, which was I think one of the better plays I called out yesterday. Such a clean chart right here. Support was so easy to spot. Resistance is so easy to spot. What do I say? Just play within the range while it's there. So CWH, we got it right at support yesterday. I called out the I called out the $42 calls or something 2 weeks out. And it's already at 42.18 after 1 day. So I want to see follow through on this one, and I won't be selling the rest of my shares until like $50 or so. So we'll see where this CWH goes. And the reason, a lot of people are asking me the reason why I took the CWH. First of all, I've seen a lot of rotation into reopening plays. I've seen a lot of flow into airplanes, airlines, cruise lines, Las Vegas Sands, like these Las Vegas casinos. So what I did was I looked for those kinds of plays, reopening plays. What's a bigger reopening play than camping? Everyone wants to get out of their house. So I called this one. We got this big lift off support, which is super bullish right here. If you guys see this pattern ever, where a stock comes down to support and it tests it, and then the next day buyers show up and take the stock up 6%, that's the most bullish sign you can get off a support buy. So this one looks great. I will be peeling off a little higher than this, but I will hold the majority of my calls until the upper part of the range. Let's see if we can get it before our contracts expire. We got Microsoft, the one that I asked. I'll do this every day. I'll ask for 1 or 2 tickers, and the first 2 people that come up with one, I'll do their stock. So I haven't seen Microsoft yet. I don't even watch it because I think there's much more exciting stocks in the same sector. I'd rather watch Apple or Amazon or Google or Facebook or something. But Microsoft right here, you see this very nice range was forming, just like SQ. You had the top of the range at, I have these lines drawn out from before. I haven't looked at this chart in like months. You have the top of the chart here at 229. You have the bottom of the range at 200. So that $29 range, Microsoft was trading in there from last July till this January. So basically 6 months within this range. We finally got the breakout of the range. We came back down and retested the top of the range. And and you hold it, that's super bullish. And look, when we retested it, straight up again. And then we pulled down again. And right now it just looks like it's forming kind of an inverse head and shoulders. Can't really call it that yet, but I would look for this right here. Just a little, wait 1 second. Yeah, so this would be what is going on here? Shoulder, head, see if we get another dip and then a breakout. So that's what I see on Microsoft right now. Obviously it's going to take time for that to form. And let's see, how do I get off this? Yeah, and now we just watch this resistance right here. It's a very clear resistance at 251.60. I wouldn't touch Microsoft until it's through 251.60. Once it gets through there, the next level that you have to watch is 263.19, which is all-time highs. So those are the only two levels to watch on Microsoft, in my opinion, 254.30 and then 263.19. Those are the only two levels to buy on Microsoft. Until then, it just looks like it's going to consolidate down here. And then we have Okta right after market. I think BB7 was like, oh, Okta's flying, cybersecurity is going to fly. Look at this. This is a 5-minute chart. For 5 minutes, Okta shareholders were very, very happy. Came all the way back down, and now it's actually under where it closed at. So CrowdStrike, Faye, all of them will be affected by this because they're all cybersecurity. See if CrowdStrike make it any move after market. So CrowdStrike now. See if Faye shows me. No, nothing on Faye either. So we'll see where the cybersecurity stocks open up tomorrow. Again, look at the... Actually, we'll look at NVIDIA too, because NVIDIA is a big one. Oof, that is an ugly candle. Oh my. So NVIDIA closed today at 628, and right now it's trading at 615, down 13 bucks. Look at that big red candle. So obviously they didn't like something in NVIDIA earnings, but let me look over the earnings. I'll get back to you in the morning. I'll let you know if they had good earnings, because right now we're oversold. If we keep dumping into the open tomorrow, we will have a huge day on NVIDIA tomorrow. I can tell you that right now. So thank you guys for attending. I hope you had a green day, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning.
Big up!